hear you're ready for your dose of reality. Hello everyone, welcome to a special episode of the Dr. Quack Podcast. I'm Dr. Quack, and today we're going to be talking some movies. And since it's the Christmas season, we're going to be talking about one of the most bizarre Christmas movies in all of horror. We're going to be talking about Santa's Sleigh. Now let me tell you, Santa's Sleigh is a movie that came out in 2005. And this right here, if you're looking for high quality horror, this is not it. I'm telling you. This was a B flick from hell that had some good stars in it. Basically, what I can tell you is this. This movie was based on Santa Claus, who was actually a demon. Okay? Santa Claus was a demon that was trying to stay evil, but he had a bet with an angel, and they played curling. If you're a curling fan, yeah, this movie might be for you. Because the angel ended up beating the curling, and what happened was they placed this bet where if the angel won, Santa had to be good for 1,000 years. So this happened in 1005 AD, and this for 1,000 years. This movie came out in 2005. So on this specific day, that whole 1,000-year bet was done, and now Santa Claus got to come out and be pure evil. Santa Claus was played by Bill Goldberg. Yeah, this is a wrestling channel, and my co-host did not even want to watch this. He said, "No way." I said, "I gotta give this a shot," and I watched it. I gotta tell you, there was a lot of great things in this. And when I was talking about stars, right? There was actually, there was Douglas Smith, Emil DeRaven, Robert Culp, Saul Rubix, Dave Thomas, Rebecca Gayheart, Chris Kattan, and Fran Drescher. Right? All these guys were in there. And it's like in the very first 3 minutes, most of those got killed. All these bigger name stars that were, known one reason or another, they got killed in the first 3 minutes. There were 6 kills in the first 3 minutes, which was amazing. And here's just a little known thing, because this took place in Hell Township, right? And it was a really bizarre reason why this has got to be taking place there, because Grandpa in this movie was actually that angel. He was alive for 1,000 years, and he said he would have to go to hell and back to be able to find him once the 1,000 years ended. So Santa was looking for the angel. Really crazy stuff here. I mean, if you watch this movie, don't have a lot of high expectation, okay? Don't have a boatload of, hey, this is going to be a great story. It's okay. It's nothing great, but more importantly is the kills, because there was a total of 41 kills in this movie. And on a 78-minute film, that's very short. Most films are 90 or above. You had a kill almost less than every 2 minutes. So somebody was dying. I mean, Fran Drescher, when she got burnt on fire and they threw her in the eggnog, that was hilarious. I mean, some of these kills are classified as kills because they were actually kills. They were using a blunt object or something environmental. But some of the kills that you counted on this were straight kick punches. Even a spear through a deli. Yeah, he went through a deli. Like, we had a little food there. He went from one side to the other, spearing the deli guy. I'm like, and yeah, that counted that as a kill, and I'm going to count it as a kill too, because, dude, it's Bill Goldberg. He's a badass. He's a pro wrestler. And, there was good things and there was bad things about this movie. I'm going to say some of the things here, because I'm going to tell you, probably the best film of the movie, my quack attack on this one, would be when the two boys are sitting there and they're acting like complete assholes, okay? They're acting like complete assholes, and they're like, "Can we open the gifts now?" And they start to open them. Boom! They blow up and their heads explode. I thought that was just pretty original right there. I loved it. I thought it was funny as hell. Just a good comedy gift, but also to get the kill count up. Worst kill to me, and this is what killed me, okay? This was at the beginning, of the movie, after the story and everything. But Grandma's driving down the car, and before she gets in her car, she's at the deli and she's cussing out everybody. And she's like, "Say Merry Christmas, asshole!" And it's hilarious. But she's driving down there, she's trying to light her cigarette and everything. And Goldberg's got this bison, this buffalo, pretty much. The evil, he called it his hell deer, rather. Yeah, he called it that. And they're going down the road. And Goldberg runs her off. And here goes the car. And this is what kind of killed me. I'm like, okay, if you're going to have this low-budget film, you should have some explosions. You have a car going over the side of a hill, flipping all around, landing on its side. There's no explosion. They really let me down on that. That one there just really killed me overall. Yeah, I mean, it was a great movie for what it was. Probably the most, best scene you could say in this movie. The most obnoxious in some respects, but I thought it was cool. What was the strip club scene? Goldberg's going in, he takes out the bouncer. He tries to give the valet his keys over there for the sleigh. And he walks in, and of course, what's he do? He sees a stripper walk by, he starts to make out with her because there's a mistletoe above. And the bouncers get mad. And here was a cool kill where he took him and he threw him into the bartender while the bartender was chopping lemons and then stabbed him. He caused a death right there. I'm like, good God. But yeah, there was 14 deaths in that total scene right there, which is pretty cool. I like that. They killed the strippers. They killed the patrons. I mean, he started a fire. He ended up killing somebody with electrocution with a pole. That was a really cool one. But yeah, I mean, story-wise, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this. In fact, the worst character in this movie is Nick. That is the son of Grandpa. And I swear to God, this guy, I don't know how he could get a girlfriend, could actually, get to first base or beyond, because the girl had to make all the moves. If you watch this movie, she actually literally says that, putting his hands right on her chest. And I'm just sitting here like, good God, dude. You can't tell she wants it, but, of course, he's all, focused on everything else until the very end when they're finally able to make out. It was a really bizarre film. I mean, another great kill was the end, where Santa's sleigh over there. Santa was actually on top of his sleigh, and he was coming down. They were all shooting at him. He had all these skeet shooters. But in the end, there was a rocket launcher out of the blue, and it just shot him. It blew him up. Goldberg, pretty much. Santa, he lived after that, though. Of course, he, got on his airplane, dressed as a big biker badass like Goldberg really looks, and ending a movie like that. But that explosion was really awesome. That was from the girl's dad, who was a gun enthusiast. That they were hinting at that all the time. The biggest thing, though, yeah, the very end of it, if you stay there and watched after the credits, Goldberg gets to say his magical line, "Who's next?" Yeah, gets to say that. Overall, this was like I said, fairly decent. IMDb, let me pull this up here. IMDb gave it a 5.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes actually gave it a 43%. Both of them are pretty low, but this was a low-budget movie. I'm kind of around that out of the 5-star scale that we use. I'm going 2.5. I think that it's a film that you should watch if you've never seen it. Do I think you have a replay value of going, I want to watch this again? Probably not. I mean, it's just the way it is. This movie could have been better, but it could have been a whole hell of a lot worse. But yeah, there we go. So there's my review of Santa's Sleigh. I may be putting out one next week. I'm going to put a poll up on the Heart and Soul Promotions poll page there. Might put a poll up, see where the votes go. It'll probably be another Christmas horror-themed movie. I'm not sure the categories yet, who's going to be in it, but stay tuned for that and check it out on there. And thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Quack, and we'll see you next time.